What is going on, guys? Good evening. Good evening. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Thanks for signing on tonight. Appreciate all of you guys watching. I just got out of the shower, so hair's wet. Had a long day today. I didn't think I was going to be able to make this live stream, but we are here and we're ready to rock and roll. So, Ed, Dana, Corvette Lunchtime, Pete, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Yeah, so today I actually played the first round of golf in my life with a couple of buddies earlier this morning. I say this morning, it was this afternoon. I had no clue that golfing took so long. I'm like, yeah, we're going at 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll be done like at 1. We weren't done till like 4 o'clock. It was I'm tired. That was a long day of golfing. What's up, Reggie? I think half the time I was just looking for golf balls. Hitting them in the water, hitting them in the street, in the trees and stuff. It's not as easy as it looks, I guess. But yeah, long day golfing, sunburnt, tired, dehydrated. But yeah, that was my day today. So first round of golf done. I don't really think I'll be a golfer. It's very time consuming and kind of difficult if you don't have all the equipment, I guess. But as far as cars go, this past week we got a lot of inventory in. We got a lot of cool cars in stock and a lot of regular cars. And dun 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 dun, I sold my 70 Roadrunner. So that car should be leaving this week. It's already paid for. It's already signed up. And the Roadrunner is gone. So that thing is going to Arizona, I believe. So going off to Arizona, we got the carburetor all swapped. Oh, it's a totally different car since I did that carburetor swap. Such a great driving car. So let's take a look and see what my current inventory is looking like. Oh, and we sold that Cobra this past week as well. So those were like the two coolest cars that we sold. The Roadrunner and Cobra. This BMW's been in the shop for like 2 weeks now, upholstery shop, waiting for like a door handle or something. So it's not even on the car lot. We got in a 2020 Buick Enclave. Baby pumpkins go orange and black until. Spent the day, half the day, main boot. Pumpkins go orange and black until October 31st. Yep, ever that's the colors till October 31st. So my brother and dad went and bought a lot of regular cars, as you can see. So Buick, you already see the Z06, that one. I had a guy put in an application on this like Friday night. I texted him Saturday morning. Oh, I'm sorry, I already bought a Mercedes. I said, how'd you buy a Mercedes so quick? I just texted you. Had to replace the thermostat on my BMW. Such a pain in the neck for a little radiator hose. Oh, you did the mechanic work yourself? Yeah, that definitely would be a headache. Got another Chevy Cruze. 2015 model. And like I said, these are more buy here, pay here kind of cars. Has anybody heard of this? It's like a diamond package. What did it say? Yeah, diamond edition. What the heck is a diamond edition on a Chevy Suburban? It even says it in the seats. I've never heard of a diamond edition. Got that. Oh, we got this in stock, a 1993 convertible. Lowered 3 inches. Quasar blue. Must be a 75th anniversary trim. I guess so. I've never heard of it. But it's got a lot of those 75th badging all over the car. This is a cool one. Custom exhaust. It's got underglow lights. It's got ZR1 rims. Great looking little car. So that got in this week. This came in this week too. This 1969 Corvette. Yeah, exactly. Quasar blue. So this one I bought out of New Jersey from somebody off our Instagram. So I bought this one off Instagram. Beautiful Riverside gold color. So they call it Riverside gold, but it's really like a khaki color. Like it's khaki. Like pants. But this is a great driving car. This is probably the best driving C3s I bought. I mean, if it drives like a newer car. Not squeaky, not rattly, not bumpy. Y'all guys already seen that. My 71 Corvette. Yeah, it sits good because he's got bigger rims around it. Aftermarket rims. My 71 Corvette has been giving me a headache. This car's been in the shop for like 2.5 weeks now. And then they're waiting on parts, put a part in, then something else breaks, so then they're waiting for a part. Apparently they got it all put together, but then the starter went out. And then the starter they got wasn't the right starter, so now we're waiting for a part again. Richie, what's going on? Just got this 7. Now this is an amazing car and great color for a C3, almost like that Quasar blue in the C4. This just got in from Chicago. If you watched the YouTube video we posted yesterday, this is the car he traded in on that red C6. Yeah, I like this color too. I think this is like my favorite color on the cars. Oh, Itzy made me drink my water out of this tonight so y'all can see the mug. But yeah, so this is a convertible. So I have the hard top, which is a double bonus. The soft top is white. I haven't washed the car. I literally just got it in. I just took a couple of pictures of it while it arrived. It is a matching number car with long tube headers. It's a 4. Look, there's Itzy right there. It is a 4-speed car as well. So great driving car, great looking car. This I've already had a lot of people reach out to me. I posted a video of me unloading it, and my phone's been blowing up. I actually really kind of have it sold if I want to take the guy's offer. This 2008 Corvette should be coming in this Tuesday. Part should be in. Oh man, and this car right here, don't even get me started on it. This is a YouTube video maybe coming out. So this car's, I guess everything works out for a reason. You know, God's got a plan for a reason, right? So this car has been in the mechanic shop for over a month, like 45, 50 days, waiting for a window regulator for this door. I probably should have just popped off and bought one and wouldn't have been in the mechanic shop this long, but to buy an OEM window regulator and motor is $800 to $900. To buy a used one is about $400. And then to buy a repair kit is $150. But they're all for the driver's side, not the passenger side. So it took forever to find a part. Finally found a part that should be here this week. Yeah, install a manual crank-up window. And I really wouldn't care that much if the window didn't go down. But the top will not go down if the window does not go down. So the convertible won't work unless the windows go down. So kind of had to fix it on this one. But I say, you know, everything happens for a reason, because this thing, I bought this from a guy off YouTube, and I bought it like 60 days ago. He had to loan at a bank. He still owed money to a bank. And I bought the car, and I paid him the difference of what we agreed to, because he owed less than what we agreed on price. So I sent him the difference. I paid off his loan that same week. And I usually takes like, you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks to get a title in from a bank. So I was like, okay, cool, not worried about it. Well, it's been 60 days, and we sent the thing off 60 days ago, so I assumed we had the title, and randomly I started going through all the titles, and I couldn't find the title to this, hold on here. I couldn't find the title to this 2005 Corvette. So keep looking, and couldn't find it. So I get my mom to, because my mom handles all the titles, right? She does all the title work for us at the car dealership. And so I tell her, look, where's this title at? I've already paid it off like 60 days ago. It should be here by now. I don't know why we haven't realized it's not here yet, but I need you to figure out where the title is. If we have it, don't have it. So she calls the bank I paid off, and like, oh no, we mailed off the title 45 days ago. She's like, well, where'd you mail it to? We haven't got it. Oh, well, there was a second lien on the title, so we mailed it to the second lien holder. Meaning, the guy I bought it from got a loan somewhere else on that car, and then those people put a lien on the title. So whenever I paid off the title went straight to these other people. So now I got a car here with no title, and I've already paid the guy, and I've already paid off his loan. So pretty much I just got scammed. And I made a YouTube, or half of a YouTube video. I haven't finished it because I haven't resolved the issue. So I just found all this out Friday afternoonish. Hey Nick, good evening. So I'm obviously pissed off. Mad at everybody at the office, because I don't know why haven't figured out the title is not there yet. And then it's kind of, and it's not their fault that there was a second lien. It's something I should have maybe caught. I don't know how I would catch that, because I don't even know how you get a second lien on a title that's financed with a bank. Even a mechanic's lien would be hard to do that on that kind of loan. So I don't really know how that's possible. I don't know how you catch that. And so I reached out to the guy I bought it from, and of course, you know, he says he has no idea what that is, what's going on, and he's supposed to help me out Monday by calling the bank and seeing what's going on, which I don't think that's going to be much help. Maybe he does or doesn't. But he claims there's nothing, he doesn't know anything about that. So we'll see. All I know is now I have paid off a car, and I do not have a title. Somebody else has the title to the car. Editing is so fun. Not. Yeah, it is definitely not fun. It is definitely not fun at all, editing. It takes a long time. Luckily, I have Itsy that helps me out quite a bit. So she helps me out quite a bit on the editing part. And everybody go check out Waves of the World. His YouTube is actually very big. So he knows all about editing and stuff. He could probably teach me some stuff about editing. I love how you get conversation back to point business while talking to others. Show the video of you pressing the repair guys. Yeah, I get on the guys. Make a race car out of it. I wonder if you'll uncover some fraud with that title issue. That's good to have some. What was the amount? Did you research the second lien holder? No. Well, so again, I don't handle the title work. My mom was kind of scared to tell me that we weren't getting, because I was already kind of, lately I got a lot of things going on. I just have a lot of different things going on. I kind of remember, I say back in the day, but 10 years ago, my only job was to sell cars. That was it. By meaning, somebody walks up to the dealership, I'm the guy that greets them, I'm the guy that takes the application, shows them leads them in the car, and that was about it. My dad closed them. We had somebody else handling all the payments. My role wasn't very big there. But, as time goes on and as much as we've been growing the last couple of years, it's getting kind of hard to manage everything because everything shifts. I do the buying, I do the marketing, I do the selling, I do the closing, I do the paying off. Itsy helps out a lot. My mom does the titles. My dad, does his stuff too. But I feel like we are slacking more on what I used to do, is just sell the cars, because now my focus is on a lot of other stuff. So I have a lot of messages, a lot of emails, a lot of leads that just kind of fall through the cracks. And I know there's a better way to, or there has to be a better way to maximize all this. So we'll figure out. It's growing pains, but I can't imagine how much more stuff is going to be here in the next couple of years as our channel grows. And thank you, Waves of the World. He called up and gave me some advice a month or so ago. So we'll be growing really quick, and we just got to adjust with it. But yeah, it's stuff like this Corvette that's falling through the cracks because I'm off doing a lot of different things. My dad's off doing a lot of different things. Itzy's not really. This isn't her department, so she's it's not anywhere in her vicinity to keep track of this stuff. So I don't know if there's title stuff, title searches. Even if you pulled a history report on cars, I can show you different liens. It's very hard to put a second lien on the car. So I don't know how that's possible to put a second lien on something. So something like that, I should have been able to catch that. And no. So yeah, like you said, it's I guess I have a race car now. I guess I have a race car because there's not really much I can do with it at the moment. And so my mom did look into the second lien holder company. They said they charged off, and this is what's making it more down the rabbit hole. The second lien holder charged off this debt. So now it's a third person company that's now holding this debt. And now we got to get with them and see if we can pay that off. And then they don't know which company has the title, the second lien holder, the person that charged it off. So it's just a whole merry-go-round right now on this car that's been in the shop for over a month. It's probably a car I shouldn't have bought anyways, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the moral of the story. But I knew something like this was bound to happen soon. Which as much business as we've been doing, something like that has to fall through the cracks. Luckily, it wasn't a car that I had to pay a lot for. Since you're a star now, you'll have to hire a personal assistant. Well, I got one, Itsy. More people cut into your margins. Sometimes slippery slope. Yeah, you don't want to get too many people in there. Luckily, my brother's been showing up quite a bit. So he's been learning to get into sales lately. The second lien is from a legitimate bank and they charge it off. Second lien holder does have the title, but they sold it to collection agency. Fingers crossed. See, there you go. But yeah, there's got to be something like a title check, a title, something that we could buy, that we can run stuff from. I know, if I buy cars out of New York and stuff, I need the actual letter from the bank saying that the car was paid off. because apparently in New York, even if you finance, they give you the title, which is weird. So somebody could be financing a car and they still hold the title. So you do need the payoff sheet from the bank along with the sale. So there's different states got different rules and different things, and since we're doing business all over the country, it's a learning curve. But I do thank you guys for sticking with us and watching our channel and business grow. So I appreciate that so much, guys. And here's a few more stuff. I drove. So that's the story on this. So there'll be a YouTube video coming out soon once we ever get this figured up. Oh, this is the backside. I thought this was my website. This is the backside of my thing. Website. All right. Is your brother still wearing that Mr. T starter kit? I told him about that, Nick, and he started laughing. We always joke with him about how he dresses. Dodge Nitro, they bought that at an auction for our in-house plan. 2 Thunderbirds. Need to get. I actually have a guy that wants to buy this thing. And I'll let what you guys think about it. So this guy lives about 4.5 hours away from me. He lives in Texas, but he lives about 4.5, kind of in the hill country. For you guys that don't know what that is, it's just middle of nowhere pretty much, but very beautiful scenery. He's got about $4,000 he could put down. His credit score is about 380, and literally has about 400 provable income a month. He's retired and says he rents houses, but his tenants only pay him cash. So, I mean, would you guys take a gamble on it? $4,000 down, payments of like $350, $375 a month, with a car 4.5 hours away in the middle of nowhere? It's kind of weird. And he sounds like such a nice guy. He watches me on YouTube. Older gentleman. Well, the thing with this, Ed, if I do it and he ends up behind, I don't even think I would be able to get it back if I wanted to. It being 4.5 hours away in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, Nick hit it right on the head. It would cost you a fortune to get it out of here. I like your style, Dana. Yeah, that would definitely be the better car to get him on, is rent him that yellow C5. Then we got a 15 Ford Sport Track, or Ford Explorer Sport. This 56 Thunderbird, I plan to get some better pictures of it this week. I'm going to put the fender flares back on it, get it cleaned up, and maybe take that top off, get some pictures of it without the top. It's pretty much almost ready to go. It's just, there's not much things to kill the battery on this car, but it's been dying like overnight. I don't know what would be killing the battery on this thing. There's the fender skirts. So once I figure that out, it'll be ready for sale. My other 65 Mustang, hopefully, gets out of the shop soon. They haven't started on it because they were waiting for the Roadrunner to get finished to get that carburetor to maybe use it for this car. And maybe you can source an 80s Monte Carlo SS with T-tops. I was just talking about that car with somebody the other day. And that would be, I want to buy one of those cars so bad. I love those cars. I love the way those Monte Carlos look. I've been driving this car all week. So a guy traded this Honda in on a Corvette. And so I've been driving it. I'm really just waiting for the title to get in so I can wholesale it. This is kind of an expensive regular car for me to have. Everybody wants me to in-house finance it, but I'm not going to in-house finance a $20,000 car with $2,000 down. It's going through a bank, and they're just not getting approved on it. So once that title comes in, I'm going to wholesale it. 2012 Mercedes. My dad's Mercedes GTR. I actually had some action on the GTR this week. We'll see what happens with that. Sold the Mustang Cobra. A lady bought it for their anniversary, which was awesome. They were real excited. So sold that. This car is on its way to Arizona. This car brought, I sold it to him for 43 grand plus I would cover the shipping. So shipping was about $1,000-ish. So call it 42,000 is what we sold the car for. And it drives so much better. There's going to be a really cool video probably this week of how a carburetor really changed up the look on this car, or how it drove. So probably another Mopar video this week before it's gone. And that is the current lineup. So the next cars that I think are going to sell pretty quick, probably this 73 Corvette right here. Oh, I can't even see. Probably the 73 Corvette right here. That's probably going to be the next Corvette to sell out of the bunch. But yeah, so there's that right there. That's the current inventory. I don't really have anything else coming in, just a couple of cars in the mechanic shops. A decent amount of cars in mechanic shops. And you know, today is the first day I haven't posted a YouTube short or a video or Instagram reel in a while. I may just post one to post one. Why couldn't it be a 70 or 71, that blue one? LOL. You know how things go, Pete. They never go perfect. But yeah, that 73 does sound really good. I do need to fix the valve covers on it. Breaking any speed records? Waves of the World. If you want to, go to my website. It's at the bottom of the screen right there. And go type in your VIN and what you want for it, and send me a couple of pictures. I'll see if it's something I can use. But yeah, no speed records broken this weekend, Reggie. I think I set the maximum of 6 figures twice. I don't think I could top my record. But you know, that's what I'm telling you guys. Let me see. Y'all and the other people that subscribe to the channel, y'all don't like test drive videos. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna break a record for a while. Let's see here. Y'all just don't like them. Y'all do, probably people in here, but in general. Let's see here. All right. Look. Here's this video with the C6. This was just a run and gun kind of video. I took the little GoPro trying to figure out the problem with the C6. And then here is a solid test drive video in a 70,000-ish car that everybody loves, and 980 views. Like, it's so funny. Anytime there's a test drive video, it's always under 1,000 views. And it's hilarious. So just posted this one yesterday, 2.1 thousand views. 6 days ago, under 1,000. This one, 4.5 thousand views. 6,900, 3,400, 4,800. Yeah, it's just test drives. You got to work on your thumbnails. Yeah, you got to talk to Itzy about that one. She does a lot better than what I could do. Let's see what thumbnails I used to make. Let's see. My thumbnails used to be horrible. Yeah, here's my thumbnails. The ones I used to make. But you know what? These ones had a lot of views. But this was a good video. I think this is the most watched video on my channel right now. 97,000 views of this classic car experience part 1. 97. Part 2, 21,000. Am I going to any in-person auctions anytime soon? Probably not any classic car auctions. I know Mecum is having a auction in, I think, Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth here next weekend. But we're not going to it. But yeah, there's not really too many classic car auctions around where I live, even just like for the public. So it's hard to record. Or I don't really go to any in-person dealer auctions. Yeah, Nick, thank you, Nick. You gotta hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. The test drive videos are cool, just don't show the speedometer on camera. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't got a call or a ticket from any of the test drive videos. Like, I am breaking a lot of speed limits. People don't realize that. Hi from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Have you ever thought about selling Shelby Mustangs on your dealership? We just sold a Shelby GT500 convertible here end of last month, early this month, Darren. So I do sell some of those mid-year Shelbys, not anything newer. Run an A/B test on multiple thumbnails and the best will work. But look at your views. Yeah. Yeah, I started using the A/B thing last 2 weeks, and then I just started the A/B thumbnail on this last video. So I do need to go look at the analytics on that and see which thumbnails and titles looking better. You have my phone number. Give me a call when you have some time, and I'll run you through a quick thumbnail course with some software. Anyway, yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you so much for the willing to help me. That'd be great. Pass on Mecum. Yeah, Mecum's been in a lot of heat lately. Especially since that one video came out of them trying to run up somebody else and not taking the bid. For the A/B test, use the heat map. Got no clue what a heat map is. I got no clue. And I don't even know if I would sell a car at Mecum anyways right now. If I was wanting to sell a car at an auction, I would use bring a trailer. And I think if I was to use bring a trailer, which for you guys that don't know, most of y'all do know, but for you guys that don't know, bring a trailer is a car auction site. I would want to run one no reserve. I would like to run one no reserve just to get people excited for it. It shows you parts of the thumbnail that will attract viewers. Huh, had no clue about any of that. That's awesome. Oh, here's a 69 Camaro in Corpus. See where this one, well, it's obviously in Corpus, but see if I know whose it is. I clipped my thumbnails yesterday. Yeah, Bring a Trailer is great. Only problem is it's kind of like any auction. You need the right people there at the right time. You need people to know about the auction. I could sell the rarest car in the world on there, but if nobody knows it's running that week, it's not going to do anything. 69 Camaro was purchased by the owner in 2022. Modification complete in 2025. I'm trying to see if I've seen this car anywhere. I don't think I have seen this car. It's in my city. That jumped up quick. Started off at 10 grand. I don't want to learn more. Wrong button click. Start off at 10 grand. And then somebody just bumped it up to 50 grand. That is crazy. That doesn't make any sense. Who would do that? Just jumps at 40 grand. That is stupid. But yeah. A YouTuber started bringing... Really? A YouTuber started bringing trailer? I had no clue. That's awesome. Yeah, Nick, that is the downside to bring a trailer is there is a waiting period. There is a waiting period before you can do it. The seller does that sometimes. Hi, Bobby. I have a 2001 for sale. Hasn't ran very much, and we bought it from you and your dad. Cheap. Let me know. Actually, I may have a guy that may buy that off you, Homero. You bought that thing like freaking 5 years ago. But I may have actually a guy that may be interested. And he lives in Rockport. See what else is close to here. '67 Mustang. I like these little Cobras. I really do. I mean, they're so unpractical to keep and store. But they're such a great driving car. Like if you had like a time for just like a real, this is literally a toy. It's not practical in any way. But this is one of the funnest cars you could drive. $20 grand, you know, it's not a bad deal. But then there's so many different kit cars, so you got to kind of watch out which kit car you're buying. Not that it matters for 20 grand. I bought one back in like 2020, and I think this is like the first really big home run I hit. I bought a Cobra kit car, and I bought it back in 2020, like I said. I paid 25 grand for it not running. from a friend of my dad's, and literally he's my dad's friend. So I bought it from him not running, paid him $25,000 for it. I think I put like another 10 grand in it to get it running and doing some little bit cool stuff to it. But I was so excited when I bought the car because I wanted one, and I just totally forgot to ask for the title. And it's like, that's my dad's friend, not worried about it. Well, you know, about 6 months go by and I realized they don't have a title to the car. So I call him up. He's like, oh, you know, I got it here. I'm looking for it and I'll get it to you. And well, another couple months went by, still no title. A year goes by, still no title. And so I'm driving around this car that, and I just kept using the plates that he had on it. And we'll come to find out the plates he had on it were just like display plates, like from a gift shop. It wasn't like even a real plate. And yeah, me and titles, Reggie, for real. So he could never find the title to the car. And then he couldn't remember if it was in his name or his brother's name, whose brother passed away. So it was just a whole cluster on this deal. And for whatever reason, Shelby Cobras were selling for so much money at this time. I mean, Ford versus Ferrari came out of like right after I bought it, or right around where I bought the car. And everybody was Cobra crazy. It was 2021-ish, 2022. Everything was bringing so much money. I put it on Facebook, and in like three days, I had it sold for $55,000 cash with no title, bill of sale, and they went to go get a bonded title because it wasn't stolen. That you could get a bonded title, but I didn't want to go through that whole process of going to that stuff. And so I was always worried when you were on the road. Yeah, that was a crazy fast car, that's for sure. So yeah, didn't want to do it with the bonded title, sold it on a bill of sale, and that was a good little win on that thing. But it got flooded out, like it would rain and have like inches of water in it because I have nowhere to put it. Then I put it in the showroom, sat in the showroom for like 4 months because I didn't want to pull it out of the showroom. So those Cobras are definitely a car. Mr. Wick, what's up, man? How you doing? So, yeah, that's a little Cobra. But if you just wanted a straight toy, those are great cars to get, guys. Really great cars to get. But, yeah, other than that, that's kind of all that's happened this week. So, this coming up week, is this the classic car week or is it next week? You sold me a 2012 a couple years ago with your dad, the silver one. Okay, yeah, the 12 Charger. Yeah, the Charger. Sure did. How you doing? We don't get that many Chargers, so it's easy to keep track of them. Let me see if the classic car sells next week. Let's see here. I can never remember if it's the third Wednesday of the month or the last Wednesday of the month. Oh, speaking of Mannheim, I don't know if I told you guys, but the 2 Pontiac Trans Ams that I bought last month at the classic car auction, I finally got reimbursed on both of those cars. So I got reimbursed on both of them this past week because they sold me. They go through so many cars. They don't know. They're not really checking them out, really. I mean, they do a little check and inspection, but when you're running 800 cars a week, stuff's gonna slip by. But the engine was out on the 95. And they tried to give me some hassle in that car, actually. So so the way it works is I put in a claim saying it's this problem. Well, there's no classic cars on here for the auction. So Maybe it's next week, or maybe they're adding them tomorrow. I don't remember off the top of my head. So no classic cars are listed on the auction site just yet. So I put the claim in, right, that for the 95, engine's knocking, bad engine. They send an inspector over to verify that it's true, which it was. So they put the claim in. The auction says, all right, we'll reimburse you the money. Just get it back to us at this certain time. Well, I get it back to them at a certain time, but my claim wasn't processed or complete. So I called them up. I said, what's the deal? You told me I needed to get it back here by this time. You needed the title back at this time, and I did it. So why is everything on hold? Oh, well, the seller wants a second opinion. I said the second opinion was you sending an investigator out there. So you want a third opinion. And so they're like, yeah, one of our Mannheim mechanics is taking a look at it. I say, he doesn't need to take a look at it. All he does is just need to turn it on, and he'll hear it. And so about 2 days go by, and then they finally accept that the engine's out. So got reimbursed on that. Then we get my 84 Pontiac Trans Am, which was a 5-speed, one owner, 50,000 miles. Car was a little rough, but it was still a one owner, 50,000 mile car. 5-speed, but only 3 gears worked. First worked, second grinded, and then third worked. So not the best situation to be in. So I arbitrate that for transmission. Investigator comes out. Is this the car with the bad transmission? Can you pull it out for me to drive? And I said, well, sir, if I could pull it out for you to drive, you wouldn't be here. I can push it out for you. And he started laughing. He goes, looks at it for 5 minutes, and sends off his report. And then Mannheim calls me like a week later. Took him a week. And they said, well, the seller wants to give you $500 credit. And I said, well, it ain't going to be a $500 credit because the transmission's not $500. And then they said, okay, well, if you don't want the $500 credit, we'll buy the car back. I said, well, why wouldn't you just tell me you'd buy the car back from the get-go instead of this $500 credit? Obviously, I'm not going to go for that deal. And so we got that car back, and they credited my account. So that was good. So I got out of the trap on those 2 cars. So we got lucky on that deal. So that is a big W for that, for sure. And I made, as far as car deals go, like I said, we sold the Roadrunner, sold the Cobra, we sold a couple of regular cars. Traded a little bit of crypto this week. I bought some stuff saying crypto was going to go down. Made some decent money on that. Luckily, I sold all my cryptos at the right time. Definitely a huge waste of time for everybody on those cars because I had to pay people to bring them down. I had to take them to different mechanic shops. Then I had to go through all this arbitration process, lots of phone calls, and then get people to take them back up to the auction, which is in a different city. So definitely a lot of time wasted on those. But luckily, I didn't lose actual money. They could have just stuck me with the car. That would have sucked. Ashley, did I sell the Z3? No, it's been in the upholstery shop. I'm getting a door handle fixed, but it's been in the upholstery shop for like a week and a half. So hopefully that comes in soon, the door handle. And then this week coming up, get some more pictures and videos of the new regular car inventory, unload some of those in-house finance cars, put some more accounts on the books, ship off the Roadrunner. That should be hopefully leaving this week. I already ordered transportation for it. And then, try to reel in some more of my cars back in stock. And my actual car lot right now is looking pretty crazy. I think we got 2 C7s, C5, C4, 3 C3s, C6 coming in, and then one more C3 coming in. So about 9 or 10 Corvettes in stock at the moment, just vets. Yeah, the Z3 is a little quirky little car, a little sporty go-kartish car. Hopefully that part is here this week, Ashley. I was supposed to be last week, but I've been getting a lot of excuses from mechanics and repair shops lately. Parts. So apparently parts are getting hard to come by right now. I guess, from what everybody's excuses are. And we posted a video Saturday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday-ish, you should have another YouTube video out there. So I'll try to get another good one. It's probably going to be the Mopar one. Or maybe one of the Corvette drop-off videos. Maybe a Corvette drop-off video that gets posted. We'll see. And maybe, I think what I'm going to start doing is about 2 good videos a week and then sprinkle in a test drive a week. So maybe start doing 3 videos a week, but one's a test drive. Just so I can add to my website and stuff. But other than that, guys, I think that's about it. And we'll finish up the night here. And as always, if you guys ever want anything or need anything, give us a call, give us a message, and we'll try to work something out. But I appreciate all you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys get some great sleep. Hope you get great rest of the week going. And yeah, go check out Waves of the World. Great channel, great guy, and yeah, all you guys have a great week. Have a good night. Y'all take care. See you Wednesday live stream. I'm going to be showing up for that Z3. Yeah, hopefully that Z3 is in soon. It's not at my dealership, but put your name on it, Ashley. Y'all take care.